the first one we've done was this one, and now I'm going to step it up. Okay, and we're going to go full decoration. So if I just show you the one that I've used, the lovely new Christmas papers that are coming out in August. So I've basically done triple layers, and then on the inside I've created this little pocket for putting a gift card into. So I'll just slip in like that, and I've just added more of the papers and obviously cut my sentiment. So it doesn't matter which side that you put the pocket can go on this side or this side. So there's no, you know, it's either which way. It's personal preference really on that. So we're going to start again with an 8 by 8 inch piece of paper. Sorry, cardstock. And I'm going to do my score in. So I'll come in and we're going to score at 4 inches on both sides. So pop it in, go to 4. So 4 on that one. 4 on that one. And then I'll just, while I've got the paper in, I'll just cut down that center fold just to that. So I've just made that one cut like we did before. And then if I fold that over, I can pop this back in and do my diagonal score. On that corner piece. Okay, so this time I've got my diagonal. So we've got our top flap and our diagonal down here. Okay, and that's your card base done. So as we did before, I'm just going to fold and burnish. And if you're, you can actually do tidying up if you're a little bit out on your measurements here. You can actually, you know, put things to right when you're burnishing. So I'll just burnish that so that it's really matching up. And then just on that, oops, diagonal fold, I'll just come in and burnish that. Okay, there we go. We've got our card base. So just thinking it needs to be that way around so that the fold is pointing up like a mountain fold. So I'm going to just bring the right hand side over to the left hand side, and that's going to get glued in place. But I'm just going to check, actually I need to burnish that one and then burnish that one. If it's going to glue neatly or whether I need to just trim anything away. So I'm just checking, as I say, to see if it's going to glue neatly or whether I need to do any trimming. I think it's actually going to be okay. So with my diagonal fold here, I'm going to fold the flap down from the top and I'm going to apply glue here. Like so. And then I'm going to tuck that up and stick it in place. And I have got wiggle room because I've used wet glue, so I'll just make sure that's really nicely in place. Okay, and there we have our card base. So I'm just going to go over all my lines with my bone folder. And my side's black and it's hard to see. Once I get my card layers on, it will become hopefully a bit more clear. So I'm going to start by popping on the card front a 3 3/4 layer. So 3 3/4 inch square. And just pop that down so it's just nicely centered. Okay. And then I'm going to use this beautiful papers from the Simply Elegant suite. So I'll just pop that on. Actually, I've got it the right way. Don't know if there is a, doesn't appear to be an up and a down on this one, I don't think. So I'll just pop that on. Like that. Actually, but I thought about it, I could have got it that one, couldn't I, and done a lovely spotlight of that center flower image. So that's the front. And then on the inside, I'm going to put my pocket on the left hand side, just so you're aware, but I'm going to layer up. So all of these parts are going to have a layer. So I shall just pop those in place now. So they're all 3 3/4 inch. So I'm going to just stand up and pop that one in and just center it nicely with a nice border. Oops, all the way around. Like so. And do the same on the opposite side. Okay, so again, just pop it in and just get it nicely centered with your border all the way around. Oops, that's a bit skewed, isn't it? That's better. If you need to just bring your bone folder in, just to really secure those down in place, especially with the wet glue. And then for the base, with this little bend, I will take a piece of 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 inch card, and then I'll just cut it on the diagonal. So pop it in my trimmer, cut it down on the diagonal. So I've got 2 triangles, and then they are going to get glued in, and because they're 1/4 inch smaller, they're going to just layer lovely with a nice border. Okay, so I'll pop those in now. So that was exactly the same. It was a 3 3/4 inch piece of card, and I've just cut it diagonally. Okay, and that means that that fold will be free to move, because you haven't constricted it with a full piece of card. So there we go, just pop that in. And then do the same on the other side. Let's just get my bearings for that way. Okay, and we'll pop that in. And again, just line it up nicely so you've got your nice border. And then get your bone folder in there and just, so that's your base now on the inside. And as I say, I'm going to pop a pocket here, and I'm just going to decorate this side and the base. So I'm going to have a nice piece of shiny paper there, and then I'll just have a goldie on the bottom, I think. So I'm just going to pop this straight on that space. like that. Just come in there. So I've got that lovely. Okay, and then to make my pockets on this side, just to show you on this one, I actually used the basic borders to create a lovely shape, and it's that nice. It's a nice edge. It's got the let's see. Sorry, I've got. There you go. It's got the stitched along the edge of it. That was just using the basic border dies. I'll cut a nice little edge for this piece. So I'll just show you how I do that. So for the borders, you've got like, I could have a little zigzaggy one, which is also a stitched one. So I'll try that one this time. I'll need a piece that is 3 3/4 still, because I wanted to go the full width of this back piece. So it will still have to be 3 3/4 in width. And I think it was 2.5, I said. So 2.5 by 3 3/4. And then I will just pop that in my big shot. So when you're cutting it, if you kind of try and make sure that you've got the same pattern on the left and the right hand side, so that you don't end up with like half a zigzag here and a full zigzag on that side. So I've got like the same point there. It's just gone up into a mountain, just gone up into a mountain on both sides, so that it's even and it will make an even shape on your pocket. So I'll just cut that. And then you can see that you've got more or less this. Oops, you can't see because you've got black on black. I might actually layer the pocket with a piece of this as well. So let me just grab a bit of that paper, 3 3/4. And then if I make that 2 1/4. So what I'm going to do is actually cut this as well, just to be layered. So I'll have the black piece and then I'll have a piece of the nice goldie layered on my pocket. So let's just see if I can get it to be the same, or at least close to the same pattern. So I'm just using the other piece as a template, just so I get it as close as I can, so that when I layer it, it's not oops, it's moved. Right, try that. Okay, so what I was aiming for was that idea, so that it's nicely layered on my pocket. Move my big shot. I will basically glue my pocket on here like so, and I'm going to have that little piece underneath. So I can actually glue that on now. Oh, I see what I've done. I've done it that way. That's fine. I'll just go that way then. That's fine. Let's just see. I'll have to trim that a little bit, but that's fine. Right, I'm going to just glue this on. I just realised that I've done it. I should have checked my orientation when I was doing my border die there, but not to worry. Right, so stick that down like so. And then I'm just going to nip a little bit off the bottom of it. So I started with a 2.5 inch piece of card, by 3 3/4, and I've just done the basic borders on the black card and the basic borders on the piece of paper. And the piece of paper I just cut 1/4 inch shorter, so it was 2 1/4 rather than 2 1/2. But I'm going to just trim it anyway, just to neaten it up. So just take a little smidge off the bottom of it. So basically, in the end, my pocket is 2 inches. That basically is 2 inches from there to there now. And that's what I'm going to glue in place on this side. Okay, so I only will put glue on the edge. So just down that edge, very fine. And then just down that edge, again, very fine. And then just along the bottom, because it's a pocket you're creating to put a gift card holder in. Okay, so just like that. And I always find that when you're doing a pocket, just pop a piece of card in. It means that when you're gluing, it just gives it shape, because it knows that there's going to be something in there. So I'll just pop a little piece of card, and that makes it easier when you come to actually put your card in as well. So just need to make sure I'm doing this straight, because it's a bit tricky, because that's it, gluing it edge to edge on that card. So that's that. And I'll come in again with my bone folder just to go along that bottom edge, and there's 2 sides, just so it's nice and fixed in place. And then if you can see now, that's got space for your little gift card. And now I'm just going to layer up the bottom here. So this one is 3.5 by 3.5, and I'm going to cut it on the diagonal and then layer it on those 2 triangles that we've already created. Pop that in. So pop that in on the diagonal. Close that down. I'm just going to cut that into 2. And then just glue that in place. So pop one on one side, like so. And one on the other side. Like so. Okay. And there we have that. And I'll just add my sentiment now for that. But that's basically the base card all finished and decorated, and that's really quite posh, isn't it, with those lovely papers. You can obviously have a big sentiment here if you want. Just see what stamps I've got out. Oh, so life is better with friends like you. So I did that one. Had that on that side. Actually, that would be nice as a little card in there even. Let's do that as a little tag. So I'm going to just do a little tag with this stamp. Looks better. So what I'm thinking of doing is making a little tag to pop in the pocket. So I actually have a little stamp tag in that pocket. So if I just trim this down a little bit. Now I know that the card base is a 4x4 card, so I just need to bring this down a little bit, and I'm going to just make this I'm just basically making this into a decent size, so it's 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. Let's pop that on there like so. Trim that. So that was actually 3 1/4, sorry, by 2 1/4, and then I've layered it onto a piece of paper that is 3 1/2 by 2 1/2. And then I just thought that that would be nice, just tucked in there as a little thing. It's just a little card to say, there you go. That's pretty, isn't it? And then I could always stamp around that. So, and I've just got black ink out here, but I could just have little stamped, just like that. And then just pop that in there. And then I can have on there, in this space here, I can have a little sentiment that says, thank you for everything. So, and that's just using that flowers of the friendship stamp. So I'll just pop this down like that. Grab a piece of scrap card there. Up that that looks better. See if I can get this straight now. So I'm going to just do it in the middle because I might, I think I've got a punch on the table that will just punch this out nicely. So thank you for everything we've got there. Let's just see what put in there. Just in that one. I don't know if I can, see if I can layer that up. See if I can layer that up a little bit. Possibly. Let's see if I can. Just seeing if I can layer this up. Just doing a little bit of a gap there. I'll just stick that on there. Stick that on there. See what that looks like. Haven't layered this one, so I don't know if I need to have the whole 4 or whether that'll just give enough of a background. Oops. Oh, wait, if I stuck it on straight. Try again. That's a bit better, I think. So it just gives it a little bit of a background there just by cutting it in half, and it's given me a layer basically. So I'll just stick that inside there. Put the lid on my ink so that I don't cause any angst. So put that on like that. And then lay that in the center there. So, and then I've just got to decide what to do on the front. So I've got a little card there, life is better with friends like you, and then thank you for everything on there. So this paper is so nice on the front. I really should have just spotlighted that because that would be lovely. See if I can find that flower on here. or flat, similar anyway at the side. Get me circle punch. That one looks like that one. I'm just gonna sort out and too big. No, I might get away with it actually. If I had a silver circle, I'd probably go for silver, just because, or like the coppery color, but I don't think I have any to hand. So we're just kind of going through the old rummage bag to see what I've got cut out. So I'm just going to go with white for now, because it's just to show you anyway. So just pop that on there, like so. And then just layer that on there like that. Okay, so, and I could just have a little, because I've got the word sending smiles your way, or sending a smile your way. So I could actually just have that on there, because that would actually be quite appropriate, because I'm just kind of saying thank you on this one. So we'll just pop that down on there, like so. And there you have it, card done. So very posh with those beautiful papers.